I'm Dave Tomlinson.
Hi, I'm Robert Endeacott.
Bit slow there, Robert. I thought you'd just come straight in,
Story of my life.
like we agreed. You'd just come straight in like a natural thing along.
All
Pregnant
right, hello,
pause.
I'm Robert Endeacott.
No, too late now. We'll have to move on. So Rob, we've been spoiled, haven't we? Paradise the last couple of weeks and all these Monday wonderful games.
Yeah,
What
Monday
what
wonderful
happened?
games.
What happened?
I think, well, I told you it wouldn't be easy yesterday. Don't
You
be
said
yawning.
you said we'd win.
Well, I hadn't finished talking. Thank you. Yeah, I was surprised actually. I still thought we'd win, get a late winner again, but fair dues. West Brom brought it to them, and I don't think they were brilliant, but they made it difficult. It was a scrappy game. I thought our players looked slightly tired. Nevertheless, I still think we should have won. We did enough to win, but it didn't happen. West Brom, to their credit, I know you don't like me giving credit to opposing teams, but to their credit, they played all right, and they were looking for a win. And Tony Mowbray, good lad, I like him. There you
I
go. I
have
said
to,
it.
I have to say, I'd have gone further than that. Actually, I thought they were shit up. I have to say. So looking on the
Well,
telly, and you see it differently, but they were finding players really accurately. They were passing round us really well, and we weren't able to do anything about it. I thought they surprised me because I have to say I think West Brom are dour and all that, but they seem to have got some really decent younger players, and the way they were
no, yeah.
playing, it was really good. I have to say, I felt a bit for Carl Bartley. Should have been playing for us. Should have been playing for us. I wish we'd have gone for him at the time because I think he's certainly gone on from when we had him before. But I was really impressed, unfortunately. And you could just see, I was just worried right at the end. I don't know if you saw it when they broke away. But I
Mm.
thought they were a lot better than that. What was the mood in the stadium, Rob?
I think most fans probably expected us to win, and then it soon became quite real. The fact is that we weren't going to win. We certainly weren't going to stroll it. Uh, where I am, East Stand Up,
Yeah,
you hear quite a lot of different individual voices. I mean, besides the usual idiocy, some people come out with, kick it, like, oh,
kick it,
shoot,
go.
you know, yeah, score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what
But
they should do? They should put it into that net now. They should
yeah, yeah,
score a few goals. That'll make a difference.
and but nevertheless, quite critically in the end because we're all disappointed, I think. But overall, yeah, you do hear, and I think a lot of people were giving fair dues to West Brom because like I said, they played pretty well. And you mentioned Dower. Well, absolutely, there were Dower under Carberhan, but not under Mowbray. I think
No, no.
if they picked up the game, he's changed the style, and they've actually got a bit of attacking flair now. I mean, Armstrong's a decent player. I don't think he played that well, to be
No,
fair,
he
but
didn't.
Armstrong's a good signing.
And I was thinking back, if we'd have signed him, I don't think he'd have fit our style. So looking at
No,
yesterday, it wouldn't have been good for him to come here. So I think that was a good choice. But he seemed to work for them really well. But I wonder, get to half time, still 1-0 up, starting to get a bit complacent. But could you believe it when they scored? It's literally when I was watching it again on TV, it looked like to me wishful thinking. I thought it had gone over the top. Could people believe it had happened?
it was a bit of a stunner. Yeah, it was a well taken goal.
I hate
I
him.
can't
I
blame the
don't like
keeper.
him. Don't rate him at all. That guy. I just don't
That
like him.
guy.
Yeah, that
Well,
fullback. Dirty. No, gone out. I'm sorry, I
yeah,
interrupted.
took his goal well, but it's so simple. It was frustrating and annoying, wasn't it? But I suppose he deserved it. A draw's certainly not too bad a result. I was just
Well, we'll
disappointed,
we'll
obviously, that
come on
Sheffield
to that
United
in a
won.
minute. Yeah, come on to that in a minute. But I suppose it's this thing about notice. Looking back, it looked to me like there was three of them at the back post and only Bogle there, so he was drawn in a little bit, and he was just spare. But you know, I said Tanaka really clever. I don't think he was clever, but it was so accurate,
Oh
and it
yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
they were just stranded. And I suppose just going into half time, what? Because I've been there when it's just they've scored not long before half time, and the mood ain't great. Is it? What was it like when you went to the toilet? Assuming you went to the toilet, Robert,
What
or
made
for
me
a
assume that?
beverage? Well, for a beverage. Well,
Yeah,
perhaps
I don't drink in the ground, mate. Jesus.
perhaps it's my age. Some of us have to go quite regularly all the time now. So I don't. Presumably, you went out for some hearty refreshments at the break.
Is this where that advert comes in that
No,
you've
no,
been
no,
talking about?
no.
Have you got a weak bladder? Buy these rubber underpants and never go to the toilet again.
I wasn't dreaming of that. I'm hoping they're not not at that stage yet. No, I was really genuinely inquiring. That's when you hear the mood music around the rest of the fans. Did you
I
pick
don't
any of
hear
them at
music
half
when
time?
I'm at the toilet,
No,
mate.
you know what I mean. Don't start.
I mean,
Look,
lowering the
hang on,
tone
hang
here,
on,
are you?
hang on, hang on. I'm trying to. Look, I'm going to talk to the audience for 5 minutes. I'm trying to be serious today. He's taking the
What's he
piss out of
called?
me. Shh. I'm trying to be serious today. I'm trying to be sincere. He's taking the piss out of
I've
me as
got a
he
red
does all.
cup. I really apologise. Shut up.
I'm trying to be serious. I'm going to say a few things later on, and I'm
Go
not
on
in the
then.
mood to put up with this piss-taking arsehole. But let's see how it goes. Shh. Okay, so Robert, how was it at lunchtime, half time, the break? What was the mood in the stadium at the time?
I can tell you, mate, really. It's half time, isn't it? For fuck's sake. I
For
don't talk
fuck's
to all every 36,000 people.
No, I wasn't suggesting they do. I remember.
There's a lot of moves going on. A
Okay,
lot of moves, a lot of different opinions going on.
can I tell you the
Just
time?
telling you,
Okay, can
Leeds, we look tired. We look tired.
okay.
They were pretty well organised, made it difficult for us. I heard somebody complimenting the ref. I don't think the ref had a great game, to be honest, but do they ever?
Well, I will disagree with you. I'll come back to that. But the only reason I was asking you, I remember this shirt, 2019, when we didn't go up Derby. I remember going because one of the few games I get to. But I remember going in at the break, fucking conceding, you could sense it there. You could sense the mood, and
I know.
sometimes you do sense it. That's where I was going at, Rob.
Yeah, yeah. I think the mood was, I hope West Brom are better than most of us expected, and they are. And I was saying all along that they can't afford to lose or draw. They need to win because of
Yeah,
the fight for playoff places.
yeah,
And anyway, they did. They upped the game a little bit, and it still made it difficult. And I thought we were better in the second half. We probably should have won it, but nevertheless we didn't, and they deserve credit for it. I'm afraid.
yeah.
Felt like
I th-
doing it, but
I
not the
thought
worst result, is it? I
no.
mean, we've
Well,
we've
no.
beaten
Come.
we've beaten two strong challengers, and then we've got a point against the playoff challenger. So you know, slightly disappointing, but let's raise our game and just piss on Pompey next week.
It's on Pompey. Piss off,
Piss on
Pompey.
Pompey. Oh, yeah, links to your toilet.
It's not my
Fascination,
toilet.
mate.
It's our. It's our. Oh no, it's in.
I don't get
Let's
to the
not go
toilet
down
with you,
that
do
road.
you? I'm not
Well,
sharing my toilet with you.
well, back to
Move
Portsmouth
on,
later
move
on.
on.
So I know I've been quite critical of refs previous episodes. Do visit them and see the previous episodes because you'll hear all eloquence and whatever. But I know I was quite derisory about a number of refs, but I actually thought
That's me elephant.
I know it didn't work the first time, it didn't work the second time. The more you do it, the less it works. But I actually say I thought he was really good. You know,
Okay.
I really did. I didn't found him. He let the game go, but I couldn't complain. And I did see a couple of times. I think some of our players were still doing the ailing flop, and they weren't getting it. So I think there was all that going on. I think they thought it was going to be easier than it was, and I think actually I see it as being a real warning call. So let's think about this now. You might still be the best, but coming up with a decent side that attacks you, we're not perfect. And I think we need to recognise this. And actually, it could be, in retrospect, could be the best thing that happened to us. So, like when we had Jesse Marsh around, when we beat Bournemouth and Liverpool, we
Oh
thought
God.
we'd be all right. But it was the worst thing that
Yeah.
could have happened because we believed, and it was this thing about the two with Sunderland and Sheffield United. I think people have just started believing it was too easy. And I'd sooner, to be honest, difficult games because I think you rise it naturally. So I'm hoping that's going to make a difference around it. But let's come back to looking at the bright side of this because I think if you went back a couple of months, people were saying if we're still on top after this set of fixtures, home and dry. Now it's about, "Ooh, I'm not sure, but absolutely right. So 7 points out of 9 against these guys. We'd have settled for that. Start the season, last 6 months, whatever. We've still just got 11 games left, haven't we? And we've still got it. in our hands, and they've still got to pay each other. But just go on a bit, Rob. Just reflect on where you think it leaves us.
I think a lot depends on Pompey game, mate. If they
Oh
will be
yes,
up for a fight,
piss
so
off
we'll have to
Pompey.
see. Yeah. Well, they've got a good home record. They're not doing too badly, but they still are close to relegation as well. So it
Yeah,
has to be said. It's such a tight division though in the
I
middle.
know. Well,
Basically from fifth
outside
down
the
to
toffs.
24th.
Did you
Yeah,
go?
it's
Go on.
that's it really. Yeah,
Did you go the opening game against them? I presume you did.
yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was then. It was like that thing, the adrenaline rush of going up. But could you believe it? What happened in that game? And will they be as difficult for us to play against, or was that just a one-off? Do you think?
I think it's a one-off. Yeah,
Right.
newly promoted team visiting the giants of Leeds United and Pompey have always travel. I always took a lot of support in my experience
Yeah.
anyway, and I could. So I wasn't actually that too surprised about that 3-3 draw anyway.
You're not.
It was no, honestly, I wasn't because you don't have to start winning every
No, no,
single
no.
game, and Pompey were well up for it.
Yeah.
Obviously, things have changed now, but it still won't be easy down there. I mean, we should by rights beat them pretty
Well, you'd hope
comfortably,
so.
but Pompey away is never easy. I don't remember it ever being easy
Well,
for
we've got
us,
this. We've got this now. We actually. I think the ice side we've still got to play. I think it's Middlesbrough still. I know they're mid-table a bit, but I think that's the only I'd see it to be the only difficult. People are talking about QPR, but relegation strugglers under normal year, I think that might be the case. But I don't believe we've struggled against struggling side this year. I can't see that
yeah.
we're going to get that. But I was
The
going to ask
thing
you actually.
is,
Go on, go
yeah,
on.
sorry, Dave. Yeah, the
No,
thing
you're okay.
is, when
See,
you say
hang on.
relegation,
Sorry, just like I said. See how he interrupted me there? I've told him I'm not going to interrupt him. It's fine. He's doing it to me. Gee, let's see what happens, shall we? See what happens. Hello, Rob. I was just talking to someone. Someone just interrupted me. Give me a shout. So
is that one of your
I'm sorry.
imaginary friends?
Who told you about my imaginary friends, Robert?
One of my imaginary
Castle.
friends.
I told him. Yes. Good. I
Yeah.
interrupted
So
Robert. Off you go.
when you say relegation strugglers, well, the thing is, one win changes a relegation struggler into a
You
playoff
do. You're
challenger.
telling
It
me.
really does. It's ridiculous, isn't it? If QPR had won yesterday, they'd have been higher up. But they didn't. They lost to fucking Sheffield United. But
Yeah,
Middlesbrough mid-table. But mid-table is playoff challenging.
I know. I know.
Middlesbrough are strong. They can be strong. So you never know. That's never an easy place either.
No,
I
I
mean,
know.
we fluked it a bit last year as well
Fluked it.
at
But
their place.
fluked it
4-3, wasn't it?
front of those.
Yes,
I can't
fluked it.
describe the fans. I don't think I can describe the fans. I came back early in the season. I went to this game, and I know I came back on a train with a guy that had gone to Middlesbrough, travelling back, and this was had to stand for 3 hours going all the way back. Not the most eloquent of souls. I think you'll find. But anyway, I mustn't say anyway either. Stop phrase. I'll just have another word with the audience. If I say anyway, tell me afterwards. So yesterday played Rothwell instead of Gruev.
Grave.
What's your feeling away? Because I think that's about attack at home, defend away. What do you think he'll do in terms of playing against them?
I think it's entirely up to the manager, isn't it? He if he wants to go out all attack, all guns blazing, then I think Rothwell's your better choice than Gruev. But Gruev deserves plenty of praise for how he's done. Having said that, he hasn't looked great since his injury. He looked tired, but he made that brilliant goal line clearance on Monday night, didn't he?
Takes
So
me back to the old days. I used to be like that, nippy winger. I was all over the place. But Rob, I didn't ask you whether it was his choice or not. I asked you, what do you think he'll do? I know it's up to him. I'm just interested in your opinion, Rob.
what am I,
And
a
the
fucking
viewing
mind reader?
okay.
Jesus.
So what we've observed in recent games,
Does it matter what I think he will do? No.
okay. So great viewing public. We will not give you an opinion at all. We will not commentate on anything
That's not
at
an
all.
opinion. That's not an opinion. That's just a prediction. And what's the point of predictions? My opinion is if he wants to go more attacking, then Rothwell plays from the start. If he's more interested in defending because it's Pompey away, I think he'll play Gruev.
And
I
if you,
hope he picks Rothwell.
thank you. That's what I was looking for because
My pleasure.
I think they looked so much better when they got Rothwell and Tanaka. You know, it's this, they lose that defensive solidity, but this isn't about defensive solidity, is it? Can't say that very often. This is just about overwhelming teams. I think you've got to play the two. Just the difference he made, I'm talking about Rothwell now, the last two games when he came on, just makes us much more incisive. He ain't the number 10, but he can't play a ball, can he?
Yeah, he's a good player. Good player. I thought so when we signed him, despite quite a lot of people saying, "Who's he? He must be shit because he's free."
Well, I
But
wasn't impressed last year for Southampton. The time to come on, he scored a couple of wonder goals, but I didn't think he was that great. Bit part player, but he didn't never go regular. And I thought he was just coming along to make the numbers up because it was about this where we were really short, so we weren't sure what we're going to do. I think we've got the guys we need, haven't we? Absolutely, with these two. And I just wonder, do you think if we go up, do you think we should sign Rothwell?
yeah,
Do you think he'd succeed at Premier League level?
I think he'd be a good man to have around.
Yeah, yeah,
Again, it depends what our budget is. You know what the rules, how they apply. You know how much can we spend?
yeah,
Do we have to sell, etc., etc. So you know, I'm just focusing on this season
yeah.
now. But
No,
yeah, I would. I mean, another thing as well. Whether I think it or not, it's up to Farker. If he's still here, for fuck's sake, he better be. But you know, there are rumours,
rumors.
reports.